Hey, how's it going? Chris here. I am currently shut down for 34 hours because uh, nanny state, daddy government, Uncle Sam says I gotta do a 34-hour reset because I've worked too many hours this week. Um, I guess that happens when you drive from Plymouth, Wisconsin to El Cajon, California, then from El Cajon up to Pomona, and then supposed to be taking a load from Pomona to Milwaukee. That load was supposed to deliver today by 3 o'clock. I don't have enough time, so I got to do a reset, and they're going to reschedule the delivery appointment for Monday. So here we are. We are in, I believe, the middle of Iowa, not too far from Davenport, but have thankfully made it through Des Moines. Anyways, I wanted to make a video because this morning I experienced the typical nonsense on the highway, both from other truck drivers and four-wheelers, and I just wanted to focus on a couple similar things. And obviously we're going to continue to do content. We're going to continue to talk about some issues and some ways that hopefully we can change the culture of trucking, and also give insight to four-wheelers or the commuting traffic, other motorists out on the road when driving around tractor trailers. That is my goal. That is my mission here. And then secondarily, talk about libertarian ideals, just kind of interject that into how I believe, why I do what I do, how I live my life, and then some other things as well. So for a secondary quick introduction of myself to you guys, that's kind of what this channel is going to be about. We're going to be focusing on the lifestyle of driving commercial trucking. Sorry about that. And the lifestyle of travel, even just for the motoring public, for RVers, for hotshot folks, for concert goers that are traveling around the country and stuff. All of those things I have some experience with. Plenty of experience. Perhaps not a whole lot of commercial trucking experience as a bunch of other guys, but I average put in 100 to 120,000 miles a year since I started back in 2017. And I've been traveling my entire life. I've been in truck stops and around trucks since I was an early teenager. So my father passed down a lot of the rules of the road to me as a traveler who's been around the country forever. So the issues that I want to discuss today, the content we're going to talk about today, is lights, the safety and the etiquette around lighting when it comes to trucks, turn signals, high beams, headlights, trucks merging onto the highway, trying to make a pass, other vehicles, four-wheelers merging onto the highway, other vehicles traveling down the road with us. All of those things is what we're going to talk about today. So I feel like it should be common sense that if you're driving alongside somebody or coming up from behind somebody that you wouldn't have your high beams on. That's not the main issue that I want to talk about, but if you are understanding that that might be an issue within a four-wheeler and another four-wheeler. And when I refer to four-wheelers, I'm talking about panel vans, I'm talking about pickup trucks, I'm talking about the small Honda Civic, the Ford Taurus, you know, the SUV, any vehicle essentially that is not a commercial vehicle is what we in the trucking world consider to be a four-wheeler. And another aspect of a four-wheeler would be a hot shot, which is usually it is a pickup truck. Most often it's a dually, and it has either a gooseneck, some type of fifth wheel, or a pull-behind trailer, and they are pulling freight or some type of equipment or something of that nature. We still essentially consider them to be a four-wheeler. We just call them hot shots. You guys would most likely understand between yourselves that high beams are bright in your rear view mirror. We don't have a rear view mirror, but also in your side mirrors would be bright and blinding to the eye, correct? Well, on top of that, even if you don't have your high beams on, if you have your headlights out of proper alignment, it can actually be just as blinding to a commercial driver and or another motorist on the road as if you had your high beams on. And what I mean by that is that most vehicles, including tractor trailers, allow for some type of adjustment to be made with the headlight aim and direction within a vehicle. I know that the majority of people may not understand that. You might not even know that that is a capability of your vehicle, but I promise you it is. I've done it on my Honda Civic with aftermarket lenses installed, either OEM or aftermarket headlights, and there are two little knobs. You can go up or down, and you can go left and right. Usually they're on opposite sides of the aftermarket lenses, but you can do the same thing in a truck. It might be a different operation. You can do the same thing in every other vehicle that I know of. And I've had plenty. I've had Hondas, I've had BMWs, I've had Volkswagens, I've had Fords, I've had Chevys, I've had Mazdas, I've had a lot of different vehicles, including pickup trucks, older pickup trucks. I had a 96 Ford F-150, and you can adjust slightly the direction, the aim, the angle of those headlights. Please, I'm begging you, please pull up to a building, or if you're in a truck stop or an empty field, either you're a trucker that I'm addressing, or you're a four-wheeler that I'm addressing, pull up. If you're in a empty field with another tractor trailer, for instance, pull up to where your headlights are shining on the trailer, okay? They're probably not going to be up in the middle of the trailer. They're probably going to be right at the bottom of a dry van or something. If you're able to go to a parking lot with a building, try to park on level ground with a loaded trailer. This is key, because the loaded trailer is going to push down on your drive axles and it's going to lift the front of your truck up. A lot of people, if they have ever even adjusted or your mechanic or your maintenance shop has adjusted the lights after replacing a bulb or replacing or even fresh out of the factory, for all I know. Most of the time, if your angle is off, it is because it was set improperly when there was no weight on the drive axles. So I'm begging you, please, 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 find a way to project your headlights onto a solid structure from level ground and see that this light, your driver's side light or your passenger side light, somehow is off. It happens all the time. I see it every day, every night. I see it, and it's blinding. And for me as a truck driver, we get tired. Our eyes get tired. We're staring at road. We're making decisions. On average, I think one of the numbers of decisions that a driver makes per minute is in the thousands. Now, that's whether I'm checking to look in this mirror, look in that mirror, and those are things that we're going to address at a later topic to keep the eyes moving and stuff. But there's always decisions. Oh, should I hit the brake? Should I accelerate? Should I put my turn signal on now? Should I wait to make my move? Is this car going to be able to pass me? Is this truck going to be able to pass me? Am I going to be able to pass that car? Is this car coming off the on-ramp and driving too fast? Do I need to slow down? Do I need to move over? Is this truck going so slow? All of those decisions weigh on our mind. There's a lot going on for a truck driver, and we're going to address more of those issues. I want to help the motoring public drive around tractor trailers. It is in many ways unsafe out here for a lot of people, and I think it's due to a lot of unnecessary stuff. All of that being said, the lights can be blinding. Okay, some of us drive during the day and we shut down, and then whenever we can, based on the delivery schedule and appointment, sometimes as soon as we can, we have to take off. Say, for instance, I shut down, I pick up at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I shut down at 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. 10 hours later, where does that bring me? Right? That puts me about 12 o'clock, 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, which leaves, anywhere from 2 to 4 hours of darkness and headlights and high beams and all that stuff that I'm staring at on a consistent basis. Yes, some of the highways are empty. It doesn't happen all the time, but lighting is a major, massive issue. Please, I'm begging you to adjust your headlights properly so they're leaning down into the ground. Whether that's, 10 feet away from the front of your vehicle, 20 feet away, you can tell when one's pointed up and one's down here. You can't do it on unlevel ground because you're not going to know. You need to do it on level ground. And you need to do it, if you're a truck, if you're a tractor trailer, you need to do it with a load on your trailer. Don't do a bobtail with no weight. Don't do it with necessarily an empty dry van or even an empty reefer. The reefer unit usually doesn't put that much weight on the drive tires, as the weight of the freight will push down those drive axles and lift up the front of your vehicle slightly. That's the first issue when it comes to lighting. That's a concern. The other, there's a couple other things that I want to talk about. One is four-wheelers and other truckers that are trying to do the courteous thing by letting somebody know. Usually it's a trucker that they're trying to let know that they have room in front of their vehicle for the trucker to cut over and get in front of them, right? I appreciate that. Sometimes it gets backed up. There's tons of traffic. It's bumper to bumper. And honestly, the majority of us truck drivers want to get out of your way. We don't want to be in your way. We don't want you to get impatient. We don't want you to go and pass us on the right-hand side because we're taking too long. So if you're driving slower in the right-hand lane and we get out in the left and we're passing you, if you're another truck driver or a four-wheeler and you're seeing this and you don't know this, please listen. Please. It's very similar to the high beam issue and the headlights being off in improper balance and alignment. Don't flash your high beams to let me know or let us know that we can get over. Turn the headlight off, or turn the lights off, or throw your flashers on. Okay, we're gonna see that you're doing something different to alarm us or alert us or tell us that we can move over. Flashing high beams is very dangerous. It's blinding for a second or two, for one. For two, it's really lazy and it's dangerous for yourself. If I'm blinded for a partial second and I need to look away and kind of close my eyes to have my eyes readjust, I might, the slight movement of a tractor trailer steering wheel will send this vehicle into your lane or off onto the other lane. If you're a truck driver, this is no joke, every single newer model, late model, automatic, I'll qualify it by saying automatic. Every single make and model automatic truck that is out there, the Max, the Volvos, the Peterbilts, the Kenworths, the Freightliners, Internationals, all of them now have what is a dimmer switch. And I'm going to show you right now the dimmer switch on a Freightliner Cascadia. This button right here, this one, it will cut your headlights out. Okay? That will cut your headlights out. This one right here, I don't know if you guys can see that. Sorry for the image. I'm still trying to figure this out. This is a marker light and tail light cutout switch. So if I hit that button, it is going to say essentially, thank you for communicating to me with your lights, or some other fashion, whether it's the CB radio or waving. Most likely I'm not going to be able to really see you waving in the middle of the night to let me know I can get over. Please don't flash your headlights. Flash the lights at me by turning the lights on and off, or if you're a truck driver, use the flasher, the dimmer switch. And some of them have them on the toggle switches, like your headlight actual knob, and all of that that's right on your steering column. There is a dimmer switch on every single newer late model automatic truck. From what I am aware of, most of the manual manufacturers and trucks also have dimmer switches. Please use the dimmer switch. Please stop flashing your headlights to let us know that we can get over. I appreciate it, thank you, but it's more dangerous and really not even necessary most of the time for you to let me know that I can even get over. Most of the time when you guys flash your headlights and your high beams to let me know I can get over, it's in the middle of the night, there's very little traffic, and there's no urgency, there's no rush for me to get over in front of you. So let me drive up a little bit. I know that if I look in my passenger side mirror and I can see both of your headlights, most likely I'm going to be in front of your vehicle. However, I usually don't try to turn in front of you at that point, because if you're a tractor trailer or a newer tractor trailer with these Bendix systems or these assisted cruise control vehicles, and a lot of the newer four-wheeler vehicles have the same type of system. They have these automated cruise control sensors that sense traffic in front of them, and they adjust the speed properly. Like I said before, I'm not trying to get in your way. I'm not trying to cause you any delays, so please don't try and cause any delays for me, okay? Don't blind me with your headlights. Don't blind me with one headlight going up and the other one being normal. Adjust them properly, please. Don't flash me your high beams to let me know I can get in front of you. Most of us know when it's safe and time for us to pass. What really should be happening is if we're in bumper-to-bumper traffic, or we're in some pretty heavy traffic, you know, within a quarter mile, there's 20 or 30 vehicles. Right, pretty, you're moving 65, 75, you know, whatever, consistent speed, but people are getting a little anxious and cutting people off, and it's getting a little congested, right? That is the time for you, when I'm passing you, to let me know that I can get over in front of you, right? If you are aware that there's vehicles behind me and I'm trying to get out of somebody's way, I throw my turn signal on, or if you see me looking in my mirror, that most likely means I'm trying to get back over to let the vehicles behind me pass, okay? That's the time to flip the dimmer switch. Just push the dimmer switch on the Cascadias. Cut off the headlights. Throw the marker. Turn the marker lights off. Or if you're a four-wheeler, throw the hazards on. Or flip the headlights on and off real quick. It is a tremendous help. It is a tremendous help. It might be minor. It might be small things. But these small things, to those of us who are professional drivers who are out here consistently for upwards of 14 hours a day, because we have an 11-hour, typically an over-the-road trucker has an 11-hour shift of driving in a 14-hour period. There's 24 hours in a day. I have to shut down after working 14 hours for 10 hours, right? So if I do my 11-hour shift within like a 12 or 13 hour period, that still leaves 11 to 12, 13 hours of the day of off-duty sleeper berth time, which equals up to 10 hours. And then legally, I can start driving again within that 24-hour period for another couple hours. So we're out here for upwards of 13, 14 hours a day, transporting the goods that you guys and we like. Are everything. Cars, your Amazon packages, your toilet paper, your dog food, your lumber for your house, the building project, for crying out loud, we haul bank vaults and generators and windmills, and truckers move the overwhelming majority of all goods to the consumer in some fashion, whether that's to the retail store that you're buying it from, all that. I think you guys understand and know that, but I'm out here trying to help it, make it easier for all of us to motor on the highways and the interstates and the county roads, and on the roads safer, okay? Not just for us, because this isn't about me, it's about you as well. The average truck is between 70 and 80,000 pounds. It can genuinely take up to 3 football fields of length, of space, for us to stop safely. It is a serious issue, us and you on the same highway. And it shouldn't be the us versus you mentality. I don't mean to make it out to be like that, but it seems like that is the case. With that said, the last and final issue when it comes to lights is your turn signals. And merging onto the interstate, I guess we'll kind of join this in together. We're about the 26-minute mark, so I'm going to try and wrap it up. If you are merging onto the interstate, this is going to be 2 lessons into one. For one, I do not have to move over for you in order for you to merge onto a road. Whether that's a county road, whether that's Main Street, whether that's the interstate, if I'm already motoring on a road, you have to yield to me and my progress. If you impede my progress as I'm already on the road, as the one who has the right of way, you are in the wrong. Okay? Now, I understand that it is the right thing to do as a truck driver, or even if I was in a four-wheeler, to move over if I have time and room and space